Allow me to introduce Dr. Status Quo. Dr. Status Quo is the longtime principal of Irrelevant High School in suburbia, USA. Irrelevant, as the kids call it, is a pretty typical high school. Teacher-centered instruction, limited parent participation, and disengaged students. Problem is, nobody at Irrelevant thinks there's anything wrong with it. And why not? The teachers think they're doing a great job. The students' test scores are pretty good and have been so for a long time. And each year, the students graduate, go on to college or a local job, and that pretty much keeps the community at large fairly happy. And so the cycle continues. Until one day, when Dr. Status Quo, the beloved principal of Irrelevant High School for 25 years, decided to retire. Without its steadfast leader and the search for a new leader going on, the school, once tranquil, was thrust into a period of utter chaos. Finally, after a 3-month-long search, a superintendent announced Dr. Status Quo's replacement. It would be the former chair of the science department, Dr. Quantum. Dr. Quantum was an equally loved and respected educator and came from the ranks of teachers. But the question remained, how would he lead? Would he continue the tradition of Dr. Status Quo, keeping things as they are? Or would he shake things up, implementing his own vision for the school? Dr. Quantum thought long and hard about this question. As a scientist, he understood that there was opportunity in the chaos. As an educator, he realized that things weren't what they seemed, and had a hunch that others didn't think so as well. He realized ultimately that he was the leader of a learning community, and that it was his job to engage that community in a discussion about which direction the school needed to go in. Beginning the process of this organization's self-discovery was no small task. He began the process by calling his teachers together to ask them one simple question: why are you here? He brought the rest of the learning community together and asked them the same question. Together, they looked at themselves in the mirror and examined what their goals and expectations were, while poring through the data to see if they were being realized. Piece by piece, they recognized the interconnectedness of the community, and it became clear through further self-reflection what the weak links were. As a community, they developed together as a larger community and smaller ones. They agreed to continually strive toward realizing their vision, while constantly reflecting on their practice along the way. As a school leader, Dr. Quantum realized it was his job to ensure that all members of the learning community have access to the resources they needed in order to realize their vision. He also realized that it was his job to continue to foster an environment where everyone was a learner, and everyone from student to school board member was engaged in the process of discovery. Over the next year, teachers engaged in targeted professional development, while committees representing all members of the learning community, including students, parents, business leaders, and those working in the school, worked hard to map curriculum, reprioritize budgets, and redesign the schedule so that students and teachers could spend the time necessary to delve deeper into what they considered the most important part of the curriculum. While the community was initially hesitant to engage in this process with Dr. Quantum, In the end, his persistence paid off as a true learning community emerged, and the school began to achieve even greater than before, while being renamed Discovery High School.